It's 10 p.m., time for the Good Life Radio Show with John Robert Quinn and Ben Godinez. The Good Life Radio Show is sponsored by Pest Control Center. Now, welcome to the show.
Stop making YouTube videos and driving. As I'm going to put this on YouTube right now. Welcome to the Good Life Radio Show. I am your co-host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez.
And John Robert Quinn.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I am legendary.
Google him, the man, the myth, the legend, and you're going to get a big, nice, hunky picture of John Robert Quinn.
You know the hardest thing to, when I look myself up, when you go to images, Google Images, it's just a bunch of big pictures of ego. Not sure what ego looks like, but
that's just
try
it.
it.
You just smell it in the air. Hey, we have a special guest in the studio here. We have my good friend and young entrepreneur, Robert Ferguson, in the house. Welcome, Robert.
Hey, thank you. How you guys doing today?
Very good, my friend. Very good. I'm glad to have you here. We have an exciting show for you guys. Rob is literally an inspiration, and I wanted to bring him on the show because he's doing some amazing things in the community. He's a young entrepreneur that has multiple businesses and nonprofits that we're going to get to know him a little bit better today.
I want to poke a little fun at him first, though, because we always have to poke fun at our guests.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What's up with the glasses?
Oh, my lensless glasses?
He has lensless glasses. He has black frame Urkel glasses with no lenses.
Here's the funny thing, though, is that mine are actually prescription glasses, but I had to get them one less than my actual eyesight because the doctor couldn't get my eyes any better, but I had to look smarter. So I had to actually wear glasses that make my eyesight worse. So it is kind of an image thing, right? I mean, glasses obviously add something.
And how
they do.
And how much did you pay for those?
$200 or whatever it was. That's even after all of the.
Rob, how much did you pay for your lensless glasses?
Like $2.
$2, yeah.
Well, he's a little smarter than I am when it comes to spending.
Yeah, well, possibly.
And we're also filming. We've got some insane cameras in here. We're going to be filming. We're going to do 2 versions of this show, and it's going to be interesting to see what a real cinematographer is actually going to do with filming.
He's basically advertising himself right now.
Seriously.
This is your tryouts right now, Keith. All right, man.
You want to do your name and phone number on the air real quick?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What do we got? Here, come on over here.
The name's Keith Halterman. Phone number is 916-400-1334.
And this is a pro, guys.
you're
If you
seeing
guys
the
need
product.
a real photographer, that's who we're. That's
So we're doing.
look at the equipment.
All right, let's get into Rob, man. So, Rob, give us a little bit of a backstory, how you got started as an entrepreneur and kind of how we know each other, too.
Okay, well, how we know each other? Well, me and you, we go way back from high school.
Yeah.
We're all Hayward kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
Castro Valley, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm Hayward first and then trickled over to Castro Valley. So
Right.
I'm Hayward first.
We're at in Hayward.
So right over by, are you familiar with the...
I was off at Tennyson.
Oh, you were off at Tennyson?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Well, I was over by the police station.
Okay,
So
got
I went
it.
to Park
like
Elementary.
8th Street and all that.
Yeah,
So I went to
pretty-
Tyrell Elementary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In the
Okay.
hood.
In the hood.
Hey, made in Hayward.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
you got to follow those movements.
All right,
yeah.
so,
Big thanks.
all right, back on top. Sorry. Skating. All right. I'm shortcut, skating.
Yes, skating. Well, that's how you and I know each other. We skated for the same team at McGillicuddy back in the day.
That's right.
Got you on board with there, and then unfortunately, lots of the friends and peers, they kind of fell off. I stayed with it as I progressed forward, picked up more sponsors, and continued to grow. What ended up happening was I ended up just created my own business out of it. I started my own Rob Skate Academy, started my own brand.
What's Rob Skate Academy? What is that?
Ooh, man, so that's multi-level. So the core of the Rob Skate Academy actually focuses behind teaching young kids and teens how to skate safely and properly. The other segment of the Rob Skate Academy, this is actually something that you're not aware of. We're inside charter schools and other different centers to where we actually teach entrepreneurship. So we teach kids how to create their own brand from start to finish, whether it's clothing, skateboard, but something within that realm. And it's a 6-month program that these kids do and take.
So you teach them how to skate, you teach them how to start a business, teach them how to market and brand themselves, all between the ages of what?
So as young as 2.5 to as old as like 24.
That's
we
crazy.
mostly focus on.
So he's creating little Mary Kate and Ashley Olsens all over the Bay Area.
All over the world, man. All over the world.
That's right. But I mean, you're also a public figure now. Talk to us about what you're doing in the community as well.
Well, I like to focus on my philanthropic works because, being born and raised in Hayward area, we didn't have many outlets growing up as a kid. So I find it really important to give back to the community and really important to just do what you can to empower the youth and to give them more outlets and give them more things to just kind of utilize and use their creativity so that way they don't go in the wrong paths like a lot of us have done so without those proper outlets. So with that being said, I do lots of mentorship, lots of public speaking. I do lots of talks, lots of philanthropic talks anywhere from elementary again all the way up to college. I set up every year. I do free events, 4 cities citywide that's solely funded through myself, whether it's clean up, like doing like a park cleanup or resurfacing basketball courts or doing some type of public awareness that's needed within a city, but having it with like a fun-filled event that people are going to gravitate and acknowledge.
Yeah, I mean, you do like, he does like, you remember the skate like competitions, growing up when you were a skater? Like he hosts Cali Am Jam, if you're familiar with that, where you actually have pros and big companies come and sponsor the event or, showcase their skaters.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cali Am Jam, that's owned by myself and professional skater, living legend, Carl Watson. And a good name to actually kind of draw from that, a success story would be Miles Silvas, who's locally here in Sacramento. He's now a huge-time pro for Adidas, Organica. And I mean, this... Like he's making.
He's a recent pro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's recent pro.
Yeah, okay. I've kind of been following
he was
him
found through
the Cali Am Jam.
Yep.
My favorite of all time is always going to be Mike Vallely. Always.
Yeah,
Element
right
skateboards.
there, Mike Vallely. You are Mike Vallely in the flesh. What is Mike Vallely doing nowadays?
He's an
Quinn.
actor. He's an actor.
You're Mike Vallely.
Yeah,
he was in The Hangover, and I was like, no way.
That's right, he was.
He's had several guest appearances in a couple.
And he did that the Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's had a couple guest appearances.
Love Mike Vallely.
Dude, he's one heck of a personality.
Great guy.
You remember he was on the old Thrasher 411? You remember?
Oh yeah,
dude,
absolutely.
That was a great video.
So that's awesome, man. So you're involved in the community, not just skateboarding, but mentorship. You're inspiring the youth. Tell us about what projects that you have coming down the road.
Ooh, all right. So a couple projects. I'm bringing more chalk art and music festivals to lots of cities across the nation. Have one that's going to be a huge one that's going to be commenced over at Drexel University, which is over in Philadelphia. That's going to happen in August. That's one of the major ones with that underlining. Other events, again, still have the Cali Am Jam, focusing here mostly on the Bay Area. Okay. There's
just tons. So basically, they're going to need to follow you in order to get connected with all these events, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so how do they get connected with you? What's the best way for people to follow you?
Well, everybody in the media realm knows me as Rob Skate. So Instagram, Rob_skate, Facebook, Rob Skate, Twitter, Rob Skate, website, robskate.com.
We Googled Rob Skate last night, and we go under images, and Rob Deirdrick is all over the place.
Yeah.
Which is great. We were talking about that shared marketing that he gets from that.
No, I get so much foot
Adidas
traffic.
DC dropped him. I don't know if you saw that report.
I did not.
Yeah, so I guess Quicksilver owns DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're having financial problems in a restructure, and they dropped Rob Dyrdek.
Did not know that.
After
that was years. He's been with them
20
for
years or
Wow.
18 years or something?
It would
like that.
easily be something around like that.
So
Yeah.
we're going to go to a commercial break and come right back.
All right, stay with us on the Good Life Radio Show.
Now, back to the Good Life Radio Show, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Radio Show. I'm your co-host, Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez.
And his mouth is full with these cupcakes. I'm going to do like the whole Happy Gilmore. These wonderful cupcakes from Cupcake Craving. No, the Cupcake Craving, these guys over at 2100 Arden Way, 916-923-5995. These are the best cupcakes in town, not because they have our faces on them. Apparently, when you eat Ben's face, your clothes get a lot smaller, and then when you eat mine, your clothes get a lot bigger. Though when you eat them in real life.
You sure they don't fit a lot smaller when they eat your side?
I don't know.
Because you're growing as you eat these.
When you eat
They're
Ben's
so
side, you have to buy your clothes at Babies R Us.
Yeah, it's actually Baby Gap, okay? Get it straight. But go see them. They're fantastic. They're the only place that I enjoy eating cheese, and that's their cream cheese filling.
By the way, those people with the vouchers, they were absolutely thrilled that that they came in for the Good Life cupcakes.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, absolutely amazing stuff. They're very supportive of the show. They've got a good product, and they are the best cupcakes in town. Here, see?
Fantastic.
Best in town.
All right. So,
let's get back to work.
as we get back into Rob Ferguson here with Rob Skate Academy, Rob Skate, one of the main reasons I wanted to bring you on the show, Rob, is because you truly are an inspiration to not only the kids and the community that you impact across the world, but to other entrepreneurs and other people. And I wanted to grasp a tiny fragment of that. So we've got your friend now and what you would call brother Wayne on the line, and he's going to be waiting for us for a minute. But Rob, tell me what is your passion when it comes to people? Like, why would you even start a nonprofit? What is, what's behind all these companies and everything that you do?
Well, the main focus, the main thing behind the passion, the drive, and behind every single nonprofit or anything that I get involved with is really just solely to see others grow. I love seeing individuals just become all that they can potentially be. Actually, I take that back. I hate the word potential.
I want to see people do it.
Exactly.
I don't want to see people try. I want to see them do it.
Absolutely. Potential just pretty much means that something's there that's just not being utilized. So, again, I like to take those and take away that what would be said potential and just make them into the best success stories as they can possibly be, for them to be the best individual. And that's what I care about. And so that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me driving. Anyone who is around me, if I know you or not, like if we do any type of interaction, I'm going to do all I can to get you to where you want to be. And if I don't personally have some type of connection or some type of thing that I can personally do, then what I end up doing is I will connect you with somebody to further help you if I am not that source.
Right.
So, that's how I get my fix, is just seeing others grow.
I think that's a good life right there. And you're going to see an example of that. So let's get Wayne on the line. Wayne, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing great today. How you gentlemen doing?
Very good. Welcome to the Good Life Radio Show, man. I heard your story last night, and I just like to kind of unpack that again. So tell me real quick, Wayne, what was your background, or what were you doing before you met Rob?
I was on drugs. I was homeless. I was living in a car. I lost my kids to CPS. Wasn't working. I just absolutely had nothing going for me at all. I was just... Wow. I was there. I was just like a void.
You were the person that most people would drive by and go, oh, pity him.
Exactly. I was the type of person that people just drive by, just not even just look, glance, look, laugh, and just keep going. It's like they paid no attention. It was like I didn't exist.
Wow. Before I ask you how you met Rob, how did you come to living on the streets? What brought you to that point?
Drug use, methamphetamines.
Yeah.
And basically a family member turned us in. At the time, I thought it was, just, this is, horrible what they did. But as things progressed for me, I realized it was a blessing. They did me a favor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I lost my kids, and, I was homeless. I lost my house, everything.
Wow. So you were at a very broken place. You were probably at rock bottom.
Below rock bottom, yeah.
You were living under a rock, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh,
I felt like scum under a rock, correct.
Wow. And then the day came where you met Rob. How did that interaction take place?
Oh, wow. It was on a Friday night. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was such an impact on my life, meeting Rob. It was on a Friday night. He was in town. A friend of him was just showing him the sights of Sacramento. And like I said, I was living in a car behind this bar in Sacramento area. And at the time, my girlfriend was with me, and she wanted to get a glass of water before we went to bed. So we walked in the bar to, go get a glass of water and all that. And I was sitting down, and Rob's friend, Brian, he come up and just started talking to me like he knew me. And we started talking, and at the time I smoked cigarettes, so I got up, walked out, smoked a cigarette. My girlfriend followed. And Brian come out, and he was sitting there talking to us a little bit, you know. And he kind of overheard our conversation of where we were going to go that night. And just out of the blues, he just said, hey, can you run me up to the store up here? And I didn't know him, but I said, you know, no gas, but sure, let's do it. You know, so out of respect for Rob being his friend, not knowing me, because I know there's, you know, people out there, I walked in and I just introduced myself to him and said, this is your boy. I'm just taking him up to the store. I promise you I'll bring him back, you know, no worries. And Rob shook my head and said, thank you. Well, we went up there, and Brian ended up going to the ATM, and he came back, and he jumped in the back seat of the car, and he slapped some cash down on the center console and said, hey, why don't you two get a room tonight? Get off the street to get yourself a shower. And I was like, I was dropped. My jaw dropped. At the time, my girlfriend, she started crying because nobody's ever offered anything like that. Wow. You know? And so we took him back to the bar. I walked in. I said, hey, here's your boy. He's back safe. And we just started talking a little bit. By this time, you know, the bars get ready to close. So we all just, you know, kind of, as a little group, everybody just left together. But as everybody left, it was Rob, Brian, myself, and my ex. We were all just standing out front talking. And I remember Rob making a few comments that night. You know, just he kept looking at Brian, and Brian looked at him. They said, one at a time. I was just thinking that was kind of weird. And then finally, I asked Robert, I said, Rob, what's this one at a time? He says, that's what I like to do. I like to help. He says, you can't do it all at once, but you can help one at a time. And I thought that was like, wow. And he says, you look like a pretty big guy. He says, have you ever done any security work? And I said, no. But I said, I'm up for the task. And he's all, you work? And I said, no, I've got nothing. And he says, well, here's my number. He says, you call me at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. He says, I'll give you all the information. He said, I would like you to work one of the doors at one of my events. And so 10 o'clock in the morning, I called. Rob answered. He gave me all the information, and it was working one of his skate competitions at Epic Indoor Skate Park in Rockland. And he said, it's in 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks, I called him the day before. He said, it's still to go. I went, I showed up, and I worked the event for him. Mm-hmm. And from that point on, I literally, my life has changed. So I told Rob that night before he left, I said, you're giving me a chance here to do something for you. And I said, I promise you, I will not let you down ever. Wow. I give you my word.
That's unbelievable.
He just gave you one opportunity, one chance.
One opportunity. The act of one man's kindness literally changed my whole life.
It's unbelievable.
That's incredible. So, I mean...
It's not unbelievable. It happened.
Right?
I can't believe it. It happens. But
so he took a chance on you.
And just him putting a chance on me and believing in me gave me the strength to start thinking about my life and changing. And then I learned to believe in myself.
Right.
Because as I progressed and I kept working, Epic ended up putting me on their payroll. And I started working full time.
And now you've got a job. Now you're back on your feet. You've got an apartment on your own.
A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful apartment in Roseville area.
See, look at that. All because Rob gave you an opportunity, and I feel like that's the message that we want to take away here today, Wayne. And I appreciate you sharing that because that's so inspiring, and not to put Rob up on a huge pedestal, although he deserves it. But that's what we should be all doing.
Far from it.
I mean, we really should all be doing that.
Hey, Wayne, it's been a pleasure, bud. We'll reconnect again in the future. Keep your chin up. Let's just keep moving along. And, wow, your story is very inspiring.
Yeah, we thank you so much for being with us for the short time that we have, and we look forward to getting to know you a little bit more in the future.
Being friends to being family.
There you go.
All right, buddy.
Thanks so much, Wayne.
If anybody's out there listening, if you see somebody, don't hesitate. Reach out, give them a helping hand.
There you go.
Bad things happen to good people. Everybody can use a second chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Wayne.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Wayne.
All right, buddy. So I want to, before we go to break, I want to get into our Marcus Wood Mortgage Minute. He's got some very, very important news for us. You got the clip there, bud?
Happy Monday. It's February 8th, 2016. Today marks the day that interest rates dip down below 4%. This is that time you've been waiting on. I've been waiting on it. you're going to get a message from me this way, and maybe you'll even get a voicemail message from me today. So, hey, if you have time, hop online, let me know where you're at. If you have an interest rate anywhere over 4%, now's the time to take a look at it. This is an opportunity just to save money. Consolidate your debt, refinance, strip that old mortgage insurance off, get into something more comfortable. Now's the time to do it. Call me today. You can reach me here, 916-394-5856, or better yet, go to my website, marcuswood.com, marqueswood.com. Hey, if you're a past Paramount client, of course, I'm going to take care of all your closing costs. I'll even pay for your appraisal. Call me today or go to my website. I'll see you soon. Take care.
Marcus is just on fire. I mean, this dude, and again, there's the birds tweeting in the background.
Per the
Marcus
usual.
Wood, MarquesWood. Interest rates are down below 4%.
How is that possible? Again, yeah, you didn't think after the Fed raised the rate a quarter point, everybody expected them to jump right back up, but in fact,
Dude,
they actually went back down.
Give him a call. Let him show you what he can do. He's just saving his neighbor's money. And just like Paramount Equity Way, that's just the way they work.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a commercial break. We will be right back.
We'll be right back here. Thanks so much for being with us, Rob.
Oh, absolutely.
Follow
It's been
him,
a pleasure.
Rob_skate.
Now, back to Ben and Quinn and the Good Life Radio Show. Brought to you by Pest Control Center.
Welcome back to the Good Life Radio Show. I am your Insurance 101 guy, Ben Insurance,
And I am John Robert Quinn.
the man that wrote all the music to this
I did
show.
write the music to the show.
You can find him on Spotify, on
Yes, you can.
opera.com.
Yes,
and
you
the
can
Good
do
Life
that.
Radio Show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So we've got Korynn in the studio. We're switching it up on you. Korynn is back.
Hi, thanks for having me
Boom,
back.
boom.
Back with a vengeance.
You know why we brought her back, right? Did you see the ratings from the last episode she was
Yes.
on? Holy
She has
smokes.
thousands of views from her
Holy
I have
one
a lot of
segment.
friends.
I think you're good at what you do.
Oh my goodness gracious! I couldn't believe it. I think the next day I looked, I was like, "Yeah,
How is that possible?
Let's
yeah,
get
we
her
need
back."
we need to get faces like this more often on the
Seriously.
show. I think. There's the walking, talking advertisements.
Thank you.
Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to give a little Ben Insurance promo today. I am your neighborhood insurance broker. What does that mean? It means I shop the market for my clients.
He's going to keep you from going broker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you want some disposable income, maybe just to save before tax season, great excuse to give me a call. Otherwise, if you have state minimum, I'm going to find you better coverage at a better price. If you've got great coverage, then I'm going to get you an umbrella policy and save you money.
No, he helped me with my renter's insurance. He helped me with my auto insurance. He did my sister's insurance. You've done my landlord's insurance. I mean, everybody I've recommended has come back and said, "Wow."
Yeah. Well, word of mouth, is the most powerful form of advertising, and I think that's why I'm still in business, and that's why Korynn's back here today with us.
Exactly.
So, but to give me a call, give you a quote, takes 5 minutes of your time. 510-861-1541, or you can go to my website, bengodinas.com. BenGodinez. So let's jump right into Korynn. She is back by popular demand
Seriously.
via social media and by popular request. So Korynn, tell us again, who are you, a little bit about your background and what you do.
Okay. Well, to keep it simple, I'm a creative, inspired, pink-haired 24-year-old who happens to just love hairdressing. Little bit about my background story. I graduated high school to start beauty school.
Wow.
So I got a head start. I had an amazing 11 months at Paul Mitchell. And then
Over there at Arden?
over
Right next-
no, actually I went to the one,
Not the one next
the
to Cupcake
MTI
Craving?
one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, off of Madison. So had an amazing experience there and was just ready to open every single door that came after that.
So this isn't your fallback plan. Like, some people would think, oh, well, you had nothing else better
What'd
to
you
do, so
do?
you went to
Some people-
cosmetology school.
How'd you get into
some
radio?
people do.
Right?
Exactly.
No, this was your passion going out of high school.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I said, oh, you're going to let me leave high school early? Okay, I'll do that. And
Sweet.
so I did. And then I went through a pretty strict training, 3-year training. I trained under Neil Suhu, where I learned just structure and how to manage clients and cutting and coloring, and then how to give the world's best shampoo. So from there, I went to Details, and now I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about Details. Tell us the details about Detail Salon.
Details is a great place. from the full staff. We have great receptionists that are really there to cater to you guys and offer beverages and help us
My
with
favorite part.
help us with scheduling, right? Ben likes a beer. And then we have amazing owners that are just there to really fully support us and back us up. And I think even like key elements like having a laundry service, you know, our towels don't smell like wet laundry.
wow.
And I think I've gone into salons where stuff like that kind of makes a really different experience. So
The simplest thing, from the quality of the magazines at the front to what kind of seats they put when you're waiting,
Exactly.
to are they giving you a crappy
Attention.
styrofoam cup from a dirty sink of water or a bottle of
Right.
water.
No, they give us
Yes.
mugs or a glass when you get your beer
Real
or wine.
the
glass
you know?
of wine.
simple
yeah.
details is what separates the garbage from quality.
Right, and you should
the
be
easy,
relaxed.
the little details.
Yeah, you should be relaxed, and you shouldn't feel like you should go in there and clean up for your stylist. Like, you come into a really refreshing, beautiful smile, you know, from the receptionist, and then shortly there, I come, and then we talk about your hair, and it's just a great experience from beginning to end.
Yeah, so talk to me about that, Korynn. So when you get a client, because I feel like, at least for women, in my very limited experience with my wife, you know, once they get a stylist, they're kind of set in their ways, right?
Yes.
Unless they have a poor experience. So what
Which
do you
my
do?
wife has now
Okay.
reached out.
Right.
yeah.
Right. So she has bad experience,
Yes.
right? So walk us through, just so people would feel comfortable, you know, what would you do with a new client? Like, what's your process?
So first things first, it starts when they call the salon. So they call the salon, they talk to one of the receptionists. They usually come by referral or have just heard about the salon. I make sure to have 15 minutes as just a consultation. So we only have so much time to apply color. Well, I need to add 15 minutes to fully consult with that client and to make sure that they either have pictures or they tell me exactly what they don't want, you know, so that they don't leave with anything of that sort. Basically just going through a thorough consultation and really, you know, what don't you like about your hair? What do you love about your hair? And then just going from there.
Yeah, okay. And maybe what products that they've used in the past?
What products they've used from the past. I like to ask for, like, what have the last 5 years been like with your hair? Because, you know, your hair it doesn't go anywhere unless you cut it off. So if they have hair that's to their chest, well, they've been wearing that for a while, and I'm sure they've done a lot to that. So I need to know every single thing that's gone through
People
their hair.
don't think about that.
I never thought about that. Like,
No.
women's hair. Okay, so I have a receptionist, my receptionist that's at my office. She has hair like below her butt.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so she's probably had that hair for like
What
10
are
years.
you looking at her butt for?
Their hair.
Touche. She wouldn't have it.
But
She's covering up her butt with her hair, okay?
Yeah. So you need to know all of that stuff. And they don't think about it. They're like, oh, there's no hair color. Okay, well, when you start coloring and you see the different inches processing differently, you're like, so what happened like 5 years ago? Have you really not colored your hair 5 years ago? Well, I did do a box. And then our wheels start turning and we probably have to reformulate or we have to put everything in consideration.
That's incredible. I didn't think about that. Because, you get your hair cut.
Ben
probably
doesn't
every
have to
2
think
inches.
about that because Ben doesn't have any hair.
It doesn't grow anymore, except from the sides. Yeah.
Right.
Eventually, he's just going to go see Korynn to get his goatee trimmed.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Bick me.
Which I do that also.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Beard
all right,
trimmings.
see? Yeah, there you go. I did go see her this morning, though. Those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, she actually, when I came in, she believed me when I said I was 42.
I did not. I had to just question the reference.
You're like, are you really 42? And then as soon as she cut my hair, now I look 32, which I'm still not 32 yet, but that's okay. No, Rob took a picture of me last night. Rob, while we were working out, I had my head down as I was working out, and he took a picture just of the top of my head, and
It was just a glare on the screen, right?
Yeah, pretty much. No, I look like a 62-year-old greasy man with no hair on the top of my head.
He's gonna look like Mr. Smith or Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Homer Simpson with just like 3 hairs on the top and like
Oh, my
a
goodness.
M on the
Why
side.
does he keep those 3 hairs? I don't understand why.
Here's the funny thing. So if something happened apart from hair, so something happened regarding the show at the Super Bowl thing. So I get invited to the Super Bowl party. I'm sitting there next to this lady, have no idea who she is. At the end of the night, Don, my friend of mine, goes, so how's the show? How's everything going? I said, everything's going great. Show's rocking, man. We're going into season 4. We're doing all these things. The lady goes, show? I said, yeah, I'm a radio personality. We hadn't talked. She's just sitting there watching a football game. I'm like, who are you? And she goes, what show? And I said, The Good Life. And she goes, what station? And I said, 105.5. She goes, I knew I recognized your voice. All night I've been trying to figure out how I knew you.
There it is. So people actually listen to the show. Go
People
figure.
actually listen to it.
Wow. People are listening right now. Are you actually one of thousands and thousands
It's
of
all right.
people?
Every time I give my number out, my phone blows up.
Yeah,
So
don't do that anymore. You need to get a 1-800 number. The Quinn hotline. You can call me on my
I
cell
was surprised
phone.
when you answered though, like, because I had to call to find the suite number, and I thought that like I was already on the radio because like you answered, and obviously it's your voice, so it was just really like, oh wait,
Am I live?
Yeah.
Hello, Korynn, live on the air.
wondering how it was that
I'm
late.
trying to find out how to get in the building. So one of my big question my wife had, she says, okay, well, her guy that she's using currently charges X amount of dollars. We're not going to get into all that. What do you charge? That's huge, obviously. What do you charge? My wife's going to want a cut and a color.
Cut and color. It definitely, we all have starting prices, and that is because we don't know what you have done to your hair. Just
Correct.
like what I was saying, we need to know what's been going on for the past 5 years. So if you did major treatments prior to seeing us, we're going to have to treat your hair differently as if someone with virgin hair walked in.
Right.
So it really just depends. Cut and color usually starts, for the first service, it's a big appointment. I like to separate the appointments out. So the first appointment's a big one. You get cut, color, highlight, all this treatment, and it's a heavier bill. It's probably like $130 to like $155.
It's the right way.
And then your next appointment is going to be a really simple appointment. You're probably only touching up the new growth, the inch that's grown since the last time I seen you. So that appointment's usually like $65 to $75, and then so if you break it up into brackets like that, you don't feel like you're giving me your life savings.
Right.
The other
You know
thing
what I
is
mean?
her the guy that she's currently using that she's now running into some problems with. My whole thing is this, I'm not going to do business with somebody who doesn't have a car.
Oh.
Doesn't have a car.
That's you might do really good work, but you're still a garbage client. You can't even afford to have a car. You're garbage to me personally. Okay, well, you're listening to me on the show and you think I'm a jerk. Good, too bad. The point is that you need to represent yourself no matter what business you're in.
Right.
I don't care what business you're in. You don't have a car, you're garbage.
You need to have trust.
So, but the guy apparently he's so good. I mean, he's done the New York Fashion Week and he does the Chicago and he does all these different things.
Great,
he's working with the right people, but what's his personal life like that he can't even afford to have the necessities?
Wow.
So that bothers her?
That bothers me,
Oh, bothers
and it obviously
you.
bothers her because, where's the quality at,
Yeah, I could see that.
Interesting. Wow. I've never run into anybody that doesn't have a car that owns a business.
Yeah, but any business.
Yeah,
Any
owns a
business.
I mean,
okay, and even if my Fiat's been in the shop 5 times since I bought it 6 months ago, but at least I have enough money for a rental.
unless it's Rob, then he just skates to his appointments, right? He just skates to different skate parks. That's what he does for a living. Right?
Is that what you do?
Yeah. He doesn't even have a car. No, he has a van.
See, there are certain types of lifestyles where if you live and breathe and eat in Midtown, you don't need a car. Some people are just those types of people. But for me, I do also freelance work, so I have to spend sometimes a week in El Dorado Hills, so I can't really bike or bus to that far. So I have a car, everyone.
There is obviously an exception. I mean, if you live in downtown Davis and you don't need a vehicle, then you don't need a vehicle.
There's more bikes than cars in Davis.
But the point I'm making is that when you have a transportation issue to get to your appointments,
Right.
Yes, that's the root.
and
You're taking money away from yourself.
well, not only that, I mean, my wife's got to schedule the appointment and then cancel the appointment. Now she's got to reschedule the appointment.
Oh yeah.
That's unacceptable.
annoying,
You're
yeah.
fired.
Yeah.
We're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Stay with us on the Good Life Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Good Life Radio Show with John Robert Quinn and Ben Godinez, sponsored by Pest Control Center.
We're back to the Good Life Radio Show. I'm your Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez.
And I am incredible.
Translation, John Robert Quinn, the Q-Man.
The Q-Man.
All right. And we're here with Korynn over at Detail Salon. But you're not only at Detail Salon, aren't you?
No. I have my hands in all over this industry.
Wow.
So not only am I a stylist behind the chair 3 to 4 days a week, I also I'm an educator for a high-end color line, which is Goldwell. So I go into classes I go into a salon and teach their stylists about our product. Not only that, I work at the Sacramento Music Circus in hair and makeup department. So I'm lead hair.
That's amazing because I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, why the heck does George Clooney's hair look so freaking perfect? And it's because he spends 3 hours on hair whenever he does a movie, right? And what makes those stylists different than, your corner store salon? But you're doing that caliber, quality hair, cut, and color.
Yeah, we have a lot of actors that come from Broadway, that come from just all over the world, and just for 1 or 2 shows here in Sacramento.
Wow.
So we have a really, really productive theater group in the community.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so what are you doing? So, you got out of high school, you went into cosmetology school. This is your life. You told me earlier, you don't work a day in your life because this is not only your occupation, but your hobby. You love doing this. So what else are you doing to brand yourself?
That's what the good life is all about, man. Right. We're supposed to be retired. When we go to work, we should feel retired. That's the point.
Yeah.
It shouldn't feel like work.
Busy 24/7, never working.
That's right.
But I'm just creating my brand, my network. After being a part now, joining Details, that's opened so many doors to do freelance work. I actually met my coworker that got me into the music theater from Details. So I just am growing just because of being there. It's just an amazing hub for people like me that want to continue.
So are you getting clients from that as well, other than just that one-off work? Okay.
Yeah. Now with the theater, they're only there 3 months out of the year, so I only probably see them once or twice, and then maybe I'll see them next year. But I also work on films, so I just did makeup for a film that's going to come out. It's called Not Your Year. It's a romantic comedy. It's going to be hilarious.
Wow.
But so we did a big transformation with the lead actress, cut all her hair off, gave her some color, created a character, and then once we wrapped up, she went back home to New York and flew out here for a show, and then I cut her hair again. So
that's incredible.
You have pictures and video of all that stuff?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Send all that over to me.
Okay.
Right. And people can follow Korynn, by the way, before we got to get this in there, is at I Love Korynn, and that's Korynn. So it's like Corey NN. Right?
Yes.
Korynn.
She has to make it
Not to be
difficult.
called Corey.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to call her Corey. So let me ask you, because this is going to kind of go into my segue where I yell at the audience, because I haven't yelled at anybody yet today.
I thought we were going to get away with it.
No. What has made your business successful?
Referrals.
Boom!
Without skipping a beat.
Boom! Like that. Hello!
Trust.
Word of mouth is the
Loyalty.
most powerful
The
form of
reason
advertising.
why the Good Life Radio Show works is because we're bringing business people together with other business people.
Right.
It's the only reason it works.
Ben was referred to me. You have now been referred to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Ben was referred to me from somebody else who then, Janae comes to me and says, hey, I need a guy from Regis.
Yeah.
Boom! James, done.
Yeah.
He doesn't work there anymore. But point being is that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's about the network you create. Okay, we put you on the air. That's great. You're going to have people listen to you on this show. You're going to go out there and you're going to want to market your business. But what is marketing without actually touching and connecting with people?
Right.
And it's the impression that you make. People think I'm a jerk, but they know I'm going to make them money. It works.
They know you're right.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
So, hey, I've been homeless and I didn't have to have Rob help me. It's all right.
But yeah, referrals are just the best way. I mean, even when you look at Yelp, for that matter of fact, people are there. I refer Korynn, or I refer this person.
Absolutely.
I refer you to this salon. So that's just the best way to get
your
people in the
connection.
door.
It's your group of people.
Yeah.
Coming into our circle. So funny. Somebody told us the other day. He says, I'm not so interested in coming on the show. I just want to buy into your circle. And I'm thinking to myself, like, is our circle really worth that much money? And I thought about it and I went, That's what it's all about, actually, is the
we
circle.
all do business with people that you've seen on the show. We all do business with one another, you know?
Right.
I mean, and this is the best of the best. We don't just allow anybody on our show. Like, I saw Korynn for how long? 6-8 months before I even brought this up, right? Before I invited you to come on the show. So, I mean, I do business with the people that we bring on the show, and it's a testimony to
But
who
it's
we
not
wanna
only
build
that.
up.
We bring this guy on the show who's now in the family.
Yep.
Now you're working with this person's working with you, that person's working with this person.
Big web.
Exactly. And then we're all cross-marketing each other.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Cupcake Craving, you've got Cupcake Craving here. You've never heard of them, they've never heard of you, but you're marketing each other.
Exactly.
Why don't people see this? Because they're weak. Because they don't want to invest in themselves. I put a post up on Instagram. It was like one of the best posts I've put in the last maybe month or so. And I said, I am not going to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself.
That's awesome.
I do not want you on my show unless you are bringing quality, unless you're bringing something to this equation.
And to be honest, clients will come in who want this really avant-garde hairstyle or what they see on the front of the magazine, and I ask them, well, how committed do you want to be to me? Do you want to see me every 6 weeks or every 6 months? Because I can't give you that haircut or color if you're going to come once a year.
Yeah, you're going to get it for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And
So
gonna
it's
fall
whether
out
you
or-
want to invest in yourself or if you just want like a one-time treat.
And that's why
you know?
Korynn, too, she just joined Letip. We've actually qualified her to be in
Right.
our group, and we voted her in the other day. So she's actively in the community. She's building her brand. She's got her website up, ilovekorynn.com.
Correct.
And so if you're not seeing Korynn to do your hair, you might as well just, look like...
Send me over...
what's his name?
Send me over some video footage.
Okay.
You have some? Just
Yeah.
upload up on YouTube or something. And hey, Rob, you've got some good footage for me as well you can send over to me? All right, let's plug these guys one more time here. How do people get in contact with you, Korynn? Phone number, where are you located? The
Well,
whole bit.
I'm located at Detail Salon. We're 32nd and Folsom, right there in between Midtown and East Sac. So the phone number there is 916-448-6874. I also have my email, Korynn at ilovekorynn.com. That's KORYNN at ilovekorynn.com. You can reach out for any freelance work, makeup, bridal, anything. But yeah, stop in at Detail Salon, give them a call, let them know that you were referred from the radio show, and then we can kind of get you maybe a little deal or something.
We'll get something.
Yeah.
We'll get them sloshed while they're getting their hair cut.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
have a bowl of
And
beer,
then,
a couple of glasses of wine.
And then Rob's contact, just go to look up Rob Skate. It's 4141 Skateboards.
Yeah, Rob underscore skate on Instagram. Otherwise, everything is just Rob Skate.
And just robskate.com.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just leaning over Steve's shoulder like, I'm going to go talk in Steve's mic. I could just see Steve going, get back there. Hey, it's been a pleasure, everybody. Thank you so much for making another amazing show here at The Good Life.
All right, we'll see you next time on the Good Life Radio Show.